In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how I find viral niches. I'm literally going to show you guys the best methods I use to find niches. Now, if you don't know who I am, I'm Steffen. I've made hundreds of thousands of dollars with faceless YouTube channels, and I've helped hundreds of other people do the same. For example, here Martins, we've helped to make $31,000 in one single month, or even here Martins also 100,000 subscribers, but here different student, $8,000, different one, $18,000, here different one again, $12,000, and many more. You guys can pause this and read through all of these. Now, if you're interested in getting similar results, just check out the first link in the video description. Book a call with me personally. I'll personally be on that call and have a look if I can actually help you or not. And then we also have a free Skool community, which you can also join using the second link in the video description. Now, I would say, let's get into this. Now, firstly, right, I just want to come back to this. People overcomplicate the whole niche finding process and how to find a niche and all of these things. It's actually really simple. Firstly, we need to understand how a good niche actually looks like. And that's what we're going to cover now. So the criteria of a good niche is very simple. And write these things down so you can actually have it next to you when you're doing niche research. So you don't waste months of, trying YouTube without seeing any success because you failed at step 1. All right. So first thing, first criteria, there are under 5 smaller channels creating content in this niche that are constantly getting more views than they have subscribers. This means there is high demand and low supply. This is one of the most important things when it comes to YouTube automation. And I know I mentioned it over and over again, but without this, and if you don't understand this, YouTube is going to be very difficult for you. Try to understand high demand or demand and supply. There are a bunch of videos on YouTube that explain exactly, what all of that means, all of these things. But this kind of just in short, high demand is a lot of people want to see it, and low supply, there isn't enough of it. All right, very easy. Then there are no channels with over 100,000 subscribers. You do not want to compete against huge channels because it's going to be extremely difficult for you to kind of compete with them, right? YouTube already trusts that big account, so why should they trust yours, right? Then there are no smaller channels failing. This is very important because if there are already a bunch of small channels failing, why should your channel win? Very important. And these two kind of tie together, and this one also ties together with them. All right. Then the niche is not older than 6 months. If the niche is older than 6 months, I'm very sure these ones will be crossed off and not ticked off. All right. Then I can create better content than my competitors. This can also just be longer content. All right. We'll get into that. But let me just explain it here. So you want to create content that's 1.5x the video length of your competitor videos. All right. Then am I actually interested in this niche? That is not a must as long as you build a team that actually has interest in that niche. Next up, is the niche monetizable? Very important. Otherwise, you're not going to make any money, right? Then huge bonus if you can actually post long videos because then you will have a higher RPM. All right. Very important. Give yourself enough time to do niche research and do not rush the process. If you rush the process, trust me, you will have to do it again anyway. So don't rush the process. Then one must-have tool that I highly recommend is ElevenLabs. You'll see later on how it works, how you can use it, all of these things. It's like 13 euros or something a month. It's going to save you hours and hours. Plus you have a little discount, like a 20% discount. Just check out the first link. Not the first link, but it's in the video description. All right. Okay. So firstly, let's get to the homepage method, which is, in my opinion, legendary. All right. So firstly, you go ahead and you create a brand new YouTube account exactly like this one here. You just create, then your YouTube homepage is going to be empty exactly like this. This is how it's going to look. All right. It's going to be empty. What you do now is, right, you go for anything that you are interested in. So let's say, for example, what can I use? Let's say just as an example, history now. All right. Then you go, and I usually just go very broad. So let's say, for example, biggest houses. Let's do the broad way now. So I just click on the first faceless video I find, so I can see this one is faceless. Now, if you want to see specific things, let's say, for example, you're interested in history, then I would only do this with history channels. But for me, I don't mind. I go into anything that can actually make me money. So let's say, for example, this one. Let me just click on this video. All right. Now, while this video is playing, we can already subscribe to this channel, like this video and comment to again show YouTube that we like faceless channels. So it actually shows us more faceless channels on our YouTube homepage, which I'll show you in a second. While this video is playing, we can now already go here onto the sidebar and start looking for more faceless channels. So for more channels that we can actually click on. So we can actually see this here is a faceless channel. So here we can see top 10 greatest mega projects in human history, faceless channel. Here we can already see this channel only has 2,000 subscribers, but this video here has 550,000 views. So now we can have a look at this channel and have a look if it's like a regular thing that this channel gets so many views, and we can see it's kind of almost like a one-time outlier. And this would, in my opinion, not be a good niche. Why? Because they're like 3 videos or something that went viral. It's not good, right? So then we actually continued looking here on the side. Here we have another faceless channel. Again, we just subscribe, we like, and we comment, and we just keep on doing this for a little while. So I'm just gonna do it like for a few more videos. So here we have another one, 200,000. This one is a bit bigger, but I'm just gonna continue doing this like for a while. You actually want to do this for quite a while, if we can say it like that. Let's say, for example, for like 30 minutes or something. To really show YouTube like, hey, what I want to see are actually faceless channels. So here's another one as far as I know. Yes. So I'm not only I don't just want to click on the big channels, but I don't have NextLevel installed. If you have NextLevel installed, you can actually see the subscribers, right? But yeah, for now it's okay. Like we'll just go through this like this. So here's another one. I don't usually click on these animated channels. Why? Because it's like they're very expensive. These videos are very expensive to create, right? So let's see what else we can find. And I don't want to just do factory stuff. So here, beyond military, let's see this one, also a big channel already. Don't just want big channels, but it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I'll just continue doing this for a little while. And then you will see that our YouTube homepage will be full of faceless videos. So here's another one. So here we can see 5,000 subscribers, 170,000 views. Now let's have a look at this one. So we can see this channel seems to be shadow banned. Yeah, one video did super well and the rest absolutely flopped. So the channel's not doing that well. Here's another one. So you see now we're kind of going into the court direction. So here we can see 600 subscribers, 55,000 views, 55 videos. Doesn't seem the best. They do have outlier videos, which I would obviously have a look at, like what are the outlier videos, and have a look if you can create a specific channel around that. But let's actually now go to our YouTube homepage, and something you will see now is faceless video, then faceless video, as far as I know. Actually not. Here we have faceless video, faceless video, faceless video, faceless video. So now you can see that there are a bunch of faceless videos on my YouTube homepage. Now the cool thing with this is, if you look at this here right now, right, these are all faceless videos or faceless channels. Not all that I don't know yet, but many of these channels are channels that I don't know, right? For example, here, this channel here, Innovation Beat. I don't know this channel, right? So YouTube is actually providing me with faceless channels or faceless niches to go into, right? So here we can see this is like, here, wait, let me just go down. This channel is mainly focusing on money, as it looks like, right? And gold and stuff like that. And that seems to be the outliers, or that seem to be the outliers on this channel, where you can then go into those niches, right? Let's keep on going. Let's have a look what else we can find on our YouTube homepage, right? I don't want to pull up channels that I know already. Here, Medieval Way, just as an example. Here we have 16 videos, 75,000 subscribers. This channel is absolutely crushing it. Okay, I already know the channel, so that's a little bit of a cheating. But YouTube is literally providing me with faceless channels on the YouTube homepage now. All right, let's have a look what else we can find. This is literally the way how I find all of the niches I always show in my YouTube videos. So let's see what I can find here. Retro World. I think I know this channel, Ivan Invests. Let's have a look. I don't know this channel, but it already has 200 videos, but it seems to only start doing well now, right? So it's very old. It's a very old finance channel. It didn't work well, but it only starts doing well now. So now we already found like a potential niche. This isn't the best now, but do this over and over again, and trust me, you'll find a lot of things. Now, the next thing, let me actually show you guys how ElevenLabs works. So let me just scroll down a little bit and show you guys how ElevenLabs works like this, right? So you can literally scroll down on your YouTube homepage, then just scroll up again, and then you just click here on filters, and now you can filter the subscriber count. Now you can only see small channels on your YouTube homepage, right? So here we can see now all channels that have under 22,000 subscribers. Then we can also here, okay, no, not these. You can't actually filter for, but here, just as an example, here we have now a channel that I probably don't know, and it's doing very, very well. So as we can see here, 7,000 subscribers. Here it has a video with 230,000 views, 400,000 views. And this is like, I don't actually exactly know, but I think it's AI generated. And this channel is literally 2 weeks old. Here we found an extremely good niche now. What we can also now do with ElevenLabs is we can actually go to the analytics. Don't think it's going to be too accurate because the channel is very new. But with ElevenLabs, you can now actually check the RPM of the channel. You can check all of these things so you don't go into a niche with a extremely low RPM where it wouldn't even be worth it to create videos in, right? So let me just let this load. It always loads a little bit. So here we can see $8 RPM. This channel made, okay, $8 RPM, right? It got 2.6 million views in the last 30 days. So you guys can do the math on what this channel made in the last 30 days, right? So you can check like the real-time channel track, everything, all right? So I would highly recommend ElevenLabs. Will be in the video description. So you can see it's actually getting 50,000 views in the last 48 hours, which is very, very, very strong, right? So yeah, this is the homepage method. Then we have the niche transfer method. Now, this is a method I really, really like to do, especially if you go into, you know, because you kind of almost go into untapped markets if you do this. So let's say, for example, we have this specific channel here, which is the unfolded States. What you can kind of do, you can take this exact channel or these exact video topics, and you can take this, for example, to Canada, to Australia, to all of these different countries, and create very similar videos. And you can do that for so many things. Let's say, for example, here, rare car stories. This you can take into bikes, into boats, into airplanes. So many different directions you can go with this. And this is kind of called the niche transfer method. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't work. But if it actually does work, then you have a banger. All right. Then we have the next one, which is one of the last one. Yeah, the last one, which is called X Leaks. Many people don't like this one. Why? Because, you know, people on X, they obviously go into the niches, and they are people that, how must I say, that go into these. But let me explain the method behind this, all right? So, faceless. Okay, I can't write today. So let's see what we can find. So what we're kind of looking for here are not posts that have here 83,000 views. We're looking for posts that weren't seen like that many times. All right. Now these niches that I'm going to show you here aren't the best, or like this wouldn't be the first way how I do niche research. All right. So it's always first the homepage, then I look into the niche transfer, and then only I would look for niches here on X, right? Let me type like this, write it like that. Let's see what else we can find. Sometimes, like, really weird. Sometimes I don't find anything if I search it that way. Sometimes I find a lot. But what you're essentially looking for on here, you're looking for posts that haven't, like, that weren't, how must I say, that didn't go viral on X, because all of these posts here, just as an example, they're too big. Too many people saw this, right? So you're looking for posts. Let me go to latest and see if I can find anything here. Let me see. No, here, just as an example here. So this is a channel that was posted by this guy. This post only got 33 views, and trust me, no one out of these people actually went ahead and started a faceless channel. Now you can go ahead and check this channel out, and if it looks good, then you can actually go into it, all right? So these are kind of the main ways how to do niche research. Do not overcomplicate the process, just get started, all right? And then keep in mind, if you're interested in working closer with me, like for example, Antonine did, where we chose a niche together and you got monetized in literally 20 days, then check out the first link in the video description, book a call with me. The call will be with me personally, so I'll actually make sure that I can actually help you, and then we will see each other in the next video.